Hi, I'm Stuart from Speed Earthworks. Welcome to the next video. Let's go and have a look, see what it's all about. Okay, so if we just walk around here, you can see we've got this run of step flashing to do to this sofa abutment. As you can see, all the joints have already been chased out as well, which makes it a lot nicer if you can do it beforehand, before you start laying some tiles on the roof, because obviously if you tile it first, then chase out afterwards, all of that mortar is going to be spread all over the roof. So it is nice if you can do it beforehand. So now it's all chased out, what we're going to do, go down onto the bench, mark up the first section. Okay, so let's get this first section marked up. So I've got a roll of 150mm here, code 4. I'm just going to cut 1.5 meters off. I thought that roll was a bit banana then, but it's not too bad. I do occasionally get a few rolls that are a bit curvy. This one don't look too bad at all, to be honest. So I'm just going to cut 1.5 meters. Put that roll back down there, out the way. Done it rolling off the end. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mark 80mm as a water line. Ping a line through there. Okay, so that's ready now to go and mark up against the brickwork. Okay, so let's get this section marked up now. So I'm just going to sit it on there in position. Always allow quite a bit out the front. We can trim that to suit. And go, it's got a nice little gap there, so I can actually I can tuck that down a little bit as well. That's really nice. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is just poke up on here, and then just getting a level. What I'm going to do is just put it on the top of the brick and just do a light mark back to that water line. Just on the top of the brick, back to that water line. And just work your way down doing that. Just make sure you mark this very, very lightly. I've seen somebody before scribe it so deep that when they cut from point to point, actually the step fell off because they'd scribed it so much. As my mate just walked round, said Andy's off. Right, so yeah, just marking. You probably see as I'm now a bit lower. You can probably see. I don't know if you can see when I was right at the top there, but I'm just literally marking the top of the brick. I'm just going back to that water line there, all the way down. And we can work out the front here as well. Don't think we need that one, we can probably do away with that. So we can go, to keep them all the same angle, what I can actually do is go from that point down to there, and it'll be exactly the same angle as all the rest. So we'll do that. So that's going to come off. That's going to come off there. Okay, so now we've got all the tops of the bricks marked. What I will do is I'll just draw this one on. But I won't normally draw the line on. Just the chalks just come off there a little bit, just to show you. So what I'm going to do is cut from that point there down to that point there. I'll just mark it to show you. So I'm going to cut all the way down that line there, and then from the top of that brick I'm going to leave on 25mm, which is going to fold in. I'll just quickly just mark it just to show you what I'm going to do. I don't normally mark it. So what we've done is we've done 1.5 meters of code 450mm. I've marked an 80mm water line all the way up, and then I've gone all the way up, just marking along the top of the bricks. Now once you've got all of those top of the brick marks, you just cut from the top of that brick down to the top of that brick to where it meets the water line, and then cut straight down there, but then just leave 25mm on from the top of the brick as your fold that's going to go inside. That's what we're going to wedge to. So now we've got them all marked up. I'm going to go on the bench, get that all cut up. Okay, so we're just on the bench now. So let's get this one sorted. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut from point to point. I'm not going to bother marking them. I've done this so many times I don't really need to anymore, but you can do if you want to. So just going to work my way all the way up, going from point to point. So that's that. So then, from the top of that brick, what we marked, what I'm going to do then is allow an extra 25mm, which is going to be the fold. You can cut the rest of that off. Again, you can mark it if you want to, but I don't feel that I need to, so I'm just going to cut all of those off. So that's that. Just going to give it a little bit of a dress. What I'm doing now is just going to flip it over. And now we can just fold up all these 25mm lines. Okay, so that's that. What I'm going to do now is just put a bit of patination oil on that. I always do the underside, and I always patinate all the bits that turn into the wall as well. Obviously I'll oil the whole thing at the end as well. Tell you what, I'll put a bit on the front now as well, because it's going to tuck down behind those tiles, so I won't be able to get to that once it's in. If we do that first as well. No, we've got some on there then. You can always give it another coat of oil right at the very end to freshen it up again. Okay, so that is now ready to go in. Right, okay, so let's see what this one fits like. That's it. That's dropped down nicely. Right, so it's ready to wedge up now. I've got some hall clips for this. It's quite a wide joint, but they're alright for joints between 6 and 14 mil. And I have measured that, and I do know that the joints are only 10 mil, so we're fine for that. So I'm just going to put a few hall clips up here, every single step. Now then, in the comment section, somebody before has told me I should be using a big flathead screwdriver for this. I'm less likely to blow the bricks, but I don't know if that is really the case. If anyone can shed some light on that, please let me know in the comment section. I do occasionally blow a brick, so maybe I do need to start using a flat blade screwdriver for it. But I just use a bolster at the moment. It's going in quite nicely actually. Really nice. Okay, so that's that one in. What I've done is I've just left the last joint because that's going to be my lap. So now that one's in, what I'm going to do now is just complete the process, work my way, going all the way up to the top. Okay, so that's all that step flashing in there now, and that's all ready to be pointed. Just giving that a coat of patination oil, so that is job done. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can check me out on Instagram at SAB Leadworks. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hopefully catch you in the next. Cheers.